Hey everyone, welcome back to the another exciting tutorial. In my previous video, we explored the ZEGOCLOUD's call kit and saw how it is easy to build a fully functional video calling app. If you haven't watched that yet, I'll leave the link in the description. Be sure to check it out. Today, we are diving deeper into the ZEGOCLOUD's offerings, but this time we are focusing on the video conferencing kit. Its features are specifically designed for seamless group meetings, collaborative calls, and much more. Now, before we jump into the implementation, let me quickly walk through what we are building and what is the demo. So, here, first I'll put my name, for example, then enter some room ID and hit a join room, or even I can create a room. So, here we go. I can turn on my mic and camera and also the settings. So here I'll hit the join, and so here you can see that the my screen is there. I can even share my screen with the different window and the Chrome tabs or whatever I want to share. So like that I can share and stop sharing. Then I can click the copy the shareable link. I can see the peoples who have joined in this meeting and also chat with them. Now let's explore how I can join with the another as a person. So I'll just open the incognito tab and give it a name as John and hit join. So here you can see that there is two persons in here. One is race and another is join, and two participants are in there. I can also add one more there with the name of some anonymous, for example, and I can join here. So you can see here, I can also change the layout, for example, to grid or a sidebar like that, and also share the link and also chat with the members. Let's see by sending some messages. Here you can see I'm getting the pop-up of that message. Someone has sent me the message like that. I can send it from here like that, and you can also check it. It is coming in the real time. So what's new about then the in here? So the main feature is about the screen sharing and real-time video chat. So I can even chat and also make it more reliable and customizable options. From the code itself, we can even implement just a audio meeting. For example, if I'm the host, so I can just disable all these options, only enable the mic option. So user won't be able to like enable their camera or share their screen like that. Now let's see what is ZegoCloud. So basically, ZegoCloud is a global communication service provider offering powerful UI kits, SDKs, and API for features like video calls, chats, live streaming, and of course for the video conferencing. The best part I like about that it gives you 10,000 minutes of calls for free, and using those ready-made UI kits, you can just build and like add your chat and video calling APIs within minutes. So that's what we are going to implement in this tutorial. So let's now create our account and let's get started. To create account, I'll put my name the country, and I can get the verification code. You have to agree these terms and policy and let get the code. See here you can integrate the different platforms like iOS, Android, web, native and web applications, and it is giving you 10,000 free minutes, and within few lines of code we can make it. So I just have already account, so I'll just sign up and come back to the console. So after you logged in, you will be prompted on this console of the ZEGOCLOUD. So now I'll create my project. Here they are providing different services like voice and video call, video conferencing, live streaming, live audio room, in-app chat, customized app, telehealth, one-on-one tutoring, game streaming, live shopping, watch together, and online karaoke. So, in previous video, we explored this voice and video call. Now in this video, we'll explore the group calls, that is video conferencing uikit. Then hit next. Now let's give your app a name. For example, I'm just giving it a video, I guess. It is better. Then here you can see there are two options we can get started with, like the SDK and the UI kits. In this tutorial, we'll be exploring these UI kits for the web, which is given in here. So let's start with this UI kit. Let it get ready. Now let's build our app. For that, in this tutorial, we'll be seeing for the web, which is coming with the React and JavaScript. So here you can see the build your web app using this kit, and you can configure for the options like button, camera, and all those things from here. As I said before, I can only keep the only for the audio meetings, so you can disable all these options and even the text as and user list. For this, I'll be doing this and keeping in the sidebar layout. You can also go for the advanced configuration like enable the microphone and enable the camera and hit save and start to integrate. So here you can see what I have customized there. I'm seeing the options for only microphone but not the camera. Here I can join the room and also share with my friends. Now let's go back and to the integrate. So once you come here, you can get your app ID and the server secret, which we are going to use in our Next.js app. Here you can customize it in one-click deployment. And here are the bunch more options. You can customize it according to your needs. You can also find the docs in that what you want to use. Now let's go to the admin console and select our project. Now let's create our first Next.js app, and then we'll be using our app ID and the server secret to connect with the ZEGOCLOUD. Now open your terminal and create a new Next.js app with this command. In this current directory, we'll be using TypeScript, ESLint, Tailwind, SRC, AppRouter yes, TurboPack no, and we are not going to configure the import alias, let it complete installation, and it has been created the new Next.js project. Now we'll be doing some few things in here. Removing first the fav icon which we are not going to need. Then these basic styles which Next.js gives us. And that's all. We'll just remove these fonts which we are not going to need. Instead, we'll be using the Inter font coming from the Google and give it as a font of Inter and subset of Latin. Then in here for the metadata, we are going to give it as a conference app and the like connect with anyone anywhere using ZEGOCLOUD like that. And in here we're going to change all these things, giving at it as a minimum height of screen, BG background, text foreground, like that, then anti-alias, and lastly in here inter and inter.classname. Like that, we will be giving it as a children. Now we are going to install some packages, including the first Sona and also one more and Zego Cloud, Zego uikit, rebuild, and also Lucid React for icons. That's it. And here we are going to add the toaster from the Sonar and give some into the props for rich colors, then theme and position of top center like that. And yep, there we go. Now inside this app, just remove all thing and give it as a home page like that. Before that, let's give some class name to it, like the flex item center, just a center, height of screen, then BG gradient to bottom from blue 50 to purple 50. Then insert that flex column item center, just a center, height of full, then px of 6 and gap of 12. Then below it, make another div with the text center class and add a h1. Give it also class name of 2xl. On medium devices, it's going to be 4xl. Then font of bold at leading of tight. Then BG gradient to right from blue 600 to purple 600. Then text transparent and BG clip of text like that. And below it, a welcome to chat me like that. And below it, a paragraph with the text zinc of 700, text of LG, max width of LG, MX auto, and margin top of 4. Then inside give it like experience seamless video conferencing with ZeroCloud like that. And yeah, that's it. Now inside the source directory, create a components folder. Inside that, give it a join room component. So here is the component which will be adding the form where user will put their name and the room ID and hit the join. Or also they can create the video room by itself like or even join. So there will be two options like that. So first let's make it a use client like that, and before that give it a starter template of join room like this, and give it a class name of width of full, max width of MD, MX of auto. Like this, create a form with the class name of width of full and space y of 6 like that. Inside it create a div with the space y of 2. Below it create one more div with the flex atom center space x of 2. Here it will be going the icon of the users and the label. So users, give it like this, class name as size of 5 and text blue of 400. Now import it from the Lucid React users from Lucid React like this, and also the video icon, and just below it give it a label. HTML4 is going to be for the username and last name of text small. Below it give it like your name like that, and after this div we are going to have the input. Give it ID as username, so it will be targeting by the label. It's a type of text. Then below it the placeholder, which is like enter your name. Then it's also going to have a class name of like px4 height of 10 rounded md border zinc of 200 like that. Then focus, which is going to be outline of none, and on focus it will be border blue of 500 like that, and the width of full. Now let's bring the browser side by side so you can see what we are doing. Oh, I need to start the server. Let it get started. Oh, we just have to add in here also as a join room component like that, and just before about leaving the 2 days after this day like that, and here is your form. Now, inside this, just duplicate this div, which is going to have the video for the room ID like that, and it's going to be the room ID. It is going to be a number. Enter room ID like that, and yeah, that's pretty good. And we'll have to update this icon to video. Then after this div, we're going to have a button whose type is submit. Below it, a class name of width of full, height of 10, rounded MD, text of white, font medium, cursor pointer, like that. Then BG gradient to R, which is from blue 500 to purple 600, and on hover, just from blue 600 over to purple 700, and disable opacity of 50 and disable cursor not allowed, like that. And inside it is going to be a join room. We'll have, I guess, have something messed up. Text of white. Let me check. It should be from, like that. And here we have a beautiful button. And also it, just duplicate it and give it as or create a new room, like that. And it is going to have a kind of secondary button, so just give it like that and make its text of blue 500 and on over text blue 600, like that. Kind of this. Now let's make this form functional. For that we are going to need some things like the states. Before that, we are going to need the router, like importing from the next/navigation. Then we are going to need the username, set username like that, and use state, which is going to be have a string like that. And also for the room ID, which is going to be the same room ID, and use state is going to be also string. And now let's see, like if the user puts some name, and for the room ID we have to like generate a new ID for when the user hit the this button for the create new room. But when the user is joining room, so he can just put the his name and the ID which is coming from his friend, and he can join. But for creating new room, we'll need to generate some random ID. For that, we have to make the function called generate room ID like this. then which is going to return math.random, then to string about 36 bits of substring, which is going to be 2 comma 15 plus math math dot random to string, which is again going to be 36 and of substring, which is going to be 2 comma 15 again. Like that, it will create a room ID, and when we'll have to make the functional this button, so we'll create a function for that of handle create room, let's say, like this, and which will be just router dot pushing to that room to the generate room ID function, and it is going to return the room ID. And when the user click the join room, we'll have to handle that button case also. So handle join room, like that, which is going to be a form event from form react dot form event. Now let's prevent it by reloading, and we'll just show some, like, if there is username and room ID, then only router dot push to slash room, then room ID, like that, and we'll be also passing the username, which is going to be encoded URI component and the username, like that. So it will be generating proper string for that. And now in here, give it on submit as handle join room. In here, make it disable. No, uh, make it the value of username, and on change, give it e as e dot set username to e dot target dot value, like this. And same as for the room ID, set room ID to e dot target dot value. But as is it's the number, so I think what is happening, let's see, it is correct. Oh, I guess on change it should be my mistake, sorry for that. And just disable this button when there is no username or there is no room ID, like this. And yeah, also make this working, which is just a button, and on click it will create handle, create room, like that. And our join room component is created. Now let's set up the route for the room which is going to be the dynamic as from coming from the room ID. Now let's create a room folder inside that. Inside this square bracket, we'll be giving as room ID, and inside that going to be a page.tsx. Like this is going to be structure. Now what we'll do, let's create this component first. Then we'll move towards the video conference component, which is going to be a client component. So we'll be adding that room page like that. And now first we'll have to extract the room ID from the params, which is going to be like from the props. Now let's get it first so we can move forward. Give it an interface as a props and params as a promise like this, and which is going to be room ID as a string like that, and receive as params from the props like that, and also get room ID from params like that, but we'll have to mark it as async component, and like if there is no room ID, then we'll return some div error. You don't have the ID man, and height of screen. Then inside the text center div, we're having the h1 with the class of 2xl, font of semi bold like that, and room ID is required like this. And if there is room ID, we'll be just returning the video conference component. So let's create it like this, and this is also going to client component like that. There you go. Now we'll design this video conference component. For that, here is the main part. We have to get the app ID and the server secret to connect this whole thing to the ZEGOCLOUD's console. So what we'll do, first let's grab our those things from the ZEGOCLOUD. So we'll inside the root directory of the project create a .env file, and inside it give it a ZEGOCLOUD app ID like that, and also ZEGOCLOUD server secret like that. So you'll just have to put your things, and there we go. We can now proceed with this thing of the video conference. Okay, so I've just put in my environment variables. Now let's import this into this page of this dynamic room ID. For that, what we'll do is just import the video conference component like this, and we'll pass the room ID like this, and which is as a string. So inside here, interface props room ID is a string, string like that, and get it here by props room ID like that. Now here are the bunch of things which we are going to have. First we'll need the ZEGOCLOUD ref, which is going to like initiate the ZEGOCLOUD's API, which will be connecting through the app ID and the server secret. And then we'll also need the container ref, which is going to like giving that div the reference of that app ID and server secret like that. And we'll also have to grab the username from the search param, which we are passing in here, like the username, which is like this. Now let's create, for example, Sego ref like this, import it and give it as any and keep it as a null. And also make a container ref, which is needed for the div to be working, which is just HTML div element, and give it as also null. Now let's grab the username from the search params. For that, we'll have to need the search params like this. Use search params built-in function of the from the next navigation, and from here search params dot get the user name like that, or just keep it as anonymous like that. Now for this div, just make it as a self-closing and give it a ref as a container ref and a class name of height of screen, width of screen, and yeah, that's it. Now we'll have to initiate this in the use effect. So let's just import it the use effect like that, and inside this use effect snippet we are going to have first app ID and server secret. So let's get first that app ID like that from process.env and zero cloud app ID. Now see what happens when like we are accessing this on the client side. So we'll have to name it as a next public because it is a use client component and it's the client component. So we'll have to make it as a next underscore like that public like that. So also import it in the environment variable file and also get the server secret like this and process.env dot server secret like this, and yeah, that's pretty much to make the TypeScript happy. Let's give this mark, and so if we don't have app ID or we don't have the server secret or we don't have the container ref dot current, like the container has been not yet initialized, then we'll return the host from the sonar which we installed earlier, like the missing credentials like that, and we'll just return. We'll now get the user ID like username. Like instead of getting, like I'm saying it, creating it from the username. So make it to the lowercase, then replacing it with this random, not a random, it's a regex format which we'll be needing as like this A to Z, then 0 to 9, then slash G, comma, like that. And after that, we're also adding it to the math dot flow, math dot random into 1000 to string, like that. Up, you got the thing now. And let's start with the getting of kit token now. Uh, for that, we'll have to import the ZEGOCLOUD, which the from which the package we install in here. Get the ZEGOCLOUD, Zego. It's a pre-built Zego uikit pre-built. For that, let's add it here and create a generate kit token for the test. As we are testing it now, so we'll just keep it as a test, and for the production you will have to use it as a production generate kit token for production like that, and we'll have to pass it some things like app ID as a number, server secret, and room ID, user ID, and username, and also expiration in second, which are optional things. So then we'll pass the server secret, then room ID, then user ID, and also username, like that, and also expiration time for about 702 milliseconds. And yep, what is complaining that the string is not assignable to number. So we'll have to just make it parse int. So it will be converted to the number now, and it will pass as a number instead of string. Now, now from this ZegoRep.current, which will be assigning to this Zego UI prebuild kit and create as a kit token. So all this data which we added in this object will be passing to in here. Then ZegoRef.current dot join room, like that. And here, as I've shown you earlier, you can add the bunch of customization options. So here it is. So first we'll add some basic things which are needed to for this join room, and I'll show also the customization option which are provided in the documentation. So like give it as a container as container ref dot current, like this. Then scenario as a mode. And here is comes the best part, which mode you want to add in your like app, which is group call as a host, invitation call, one-on-one video call. In this, we'll be exploring this video conferencing. So I'll just add it like that and make share links like this. which is going to be array. Inside that, a object with the name like shared link, and URL is going to be like dynamic string of window dot location protocol, then window dot location dot host, then again window dot location dot path location path name like this, and yep, that's all. And you can just turn on camera when, and also turn on microphone when joining as false. Like these are the options, like when the user will come on the joining room. So these options will be disabled by default. And as I said previously, when you have to just add the uh, audio call, so you can add the options like show my camera toggle button to the false, then show audio video settings button to false like that, and also show screen sharing button to the false like that. And so we'll have to just return as a cleanup function in here in this use effect if there is a ZEGOCLOUD ref dot current, then ZEGO dot current dot destroy it, and also ZEGO current equal to null like that. So it will destroy the current session, and we'll also have to pass in here room ID and the username. So only by this is going to change. And I guess we need to add here the use effect, so it is going to have a better, so we can debug better in here. And also give it like console.log error joining, like yes, joining and error, and also post.error error joining room, please try again like that. And yeah, I guess we're pretty good to join and test our app. Yeah. So this is the main part, like you can choose whatever UI kit you want to, but make sure whatever UI kit you choose here, it should exactly match on the console while creating the project. Now let's reload our app and just try it out. I'll give some ID and join in room. Let's see how it's work. Missing credentials. Okay. Oh, I need to add a next public there. Let me add it. I've reloaded my app and now let's test it out. see. Yeah, I'll give my name, some ID, and hit join room. Yeah, I can now, like, it's as I've said, you can just keep it audio meeting, so you can just enable these options, make it false, and for now, I'll just comment it out. So we can add the video thing also. Yeah, there we go. I can also change these settings, enable, disable my microphone and camera as well. I can change my name, copy this link, and hit join. That's and if I open some new tabs in here, I can also join from there as well. For example, if I give here a name as Ram, for example, the Ram has entered the room and also create one more with the same room ID and also I can join like give a name of John and also I getting the notification John entered the room. I can now chat, message, hello, like that. All three tabs are working properly. I can send and whatever I can do. As much as a participant I want to invite, I can invite, but I can also give here a limit of maximum people who can join here, like that, and that's it. You just build the ZegoCloud like messaging and also real-time video conference app within just minutes. Like, it's crazy, man. You just go and try out and let me know in the comments how it is and what things you have been doing and which features you have explored. I'll just go to the ZegoCloud. Here you can see they are providing much more things for the developers. You can explore the documentation, UI kits, then SDK and tutorials. And the tech support is really great. I've just tried like for the debugging and it's really cool, man. You just try out. They have also provided the GitHub and the Discord community so you can chat with the teams and the good community members. Here you can explore all UI kits which they are providing. For example, for the video call kit, then for the video conferencing, live streaming, and much more. You can change the layouts, in-room messages. You can choose here the platform, notification, call invitation, and much more. You just check it out at once and tell me how it is. And if you face any errors, just let me know in the comments and I'll be there to help you. So see you in the next video, guys. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Thanks for watching.